Aston Villa, one of the oldest and most historic football clubs in England, has been undergoing a stunning transformation. Once a proud titan of English football, Villa had suffered from years of underachievement, relegations, and instability. But today, under the leadership of Unai Emery, ambitious ownership, smart recruitment, and a revitalized culture, Aston Villa are on the rise. And not just to survive, but to challenge at the highest levels domestically and in Europe. This is the story of how Aston Villa have reignited their journey to the top of world football. A legacy club that lost its way. Founded in 1874, Aston Villa's rich history includes 7 First Division titles, 7 FA Cups, and a European Cup triumph in 1982. For decades, Villa Park was a fortress, and the club was considered part of English football royalty. However, the 21st century was harsh on Villa. Financial mismanagement, poor ownership decisions, and a series of managerial changes saw the club relegated from the Premier League in 2016 after a disastrous campaign. For a club of Aston Villa's stature, relegation was a humiliation, but it was also a wake-up call. Drastic changes were needed, and they came, albeit slowly and painfully. New ownership, new ambition. The turning point in Aston Villa's modern history came in 2018 when the club was taken over by NSWE, a group led by Egyptian billionaire Nassef Sawiris and American businessman Wes Edens. The new owners immediately made it clear that their vision for Aston Villa was not about surviving in the championship, it was about restoring the club to greatness. They invested heavily in infrastructure, facilities, and most importantly, in building a strong leadership team. They hired CEO Christian Purslow, a former Liverpool managing director, who brought a clear business strategy to Villa Park.
Building a squad to win.
In 2019, after a dramatic promotion back to the Premier League through the Championship playoffs under Dean Smith, Aston Villa embarked on an aggressive recruitment drive. They spent heavily to build a squad capable of staying in the top flight. Although some early signings were hit or miss, the club slowly began refining their transfer strategy. Rather than targeting expensive, aging stars, Villa focused on young, talented players with resale value, the likes of Ollie, Watkins, Ezri Konsa, Matty Cash, Emiliano Buendia, and Douglas Luiz. These were players hungry for success, with room to grow. Villa's scouting network, analytics team, and leadership created a system that prioritized value and team chemistry over big-name signings. This strategy bore fruit as the club stabilized in the Premier League and slowly climbed the table. The appointment of Unai Emery in November 2022 was arguably the most significant move Aston Villa made in modern times. Following Steven Gerrard's unsuccessful spell as manager, Villa needed an experienced head coach who could maximize their potential. Emery, a proven winner with Sevilla, PSG, and Villarreal, brought a level of tactical sophistication and professionalism that Villa had lacked. Under Emery's leadership, Villa's style of play evolved dramatically. They became defensively solid, tactically flexible, and capable of competing with the best teams in the Premier League. Emery's meticulous preparation, ability to get the best out of players, and European experience injected belief into the club. Tactical evolution under Emery. Emery's Aston Villa is not a team that plays reckless, attacking football, but a side that thrives on control, organization, and efficient counterattacks. Key to their success is structured defense. Villa's backline, led by the likes of Konsa, Tyrone Mings, and later Pau Torres, became much harder to break down. The addition of World Cup winner Emiliano Martinez in goal provided immense confidence. Midfield dominance. Players like Douglas Luiz and John McGinn provided the grit and creativity in midfield. Boubacar Kamara, a shrewd signing from Marseille, added steel and composure. Clinical attack. Ollie Watkins blossomed into a consistent goal scorer, while Leon Bailey and new signing Moussa Diaby added pace and flair. Villa's set-piece efficiency, tactical flexibility, shifting between 4-4-2 and 4-2-3-1 systems, and pressing patterns have made them one of the most well-coached teams in England. Smart recruitment continues. Beyond tactics, Aston Villa's recruitment has remained razor-sharp. Under the guidance of Monchi, the legendary sporting director formerly of Sevilla and Roma, Villa has continued to identify talents who fit Emery's system. Signings like Pau Torres, Yuri Tielemans, and Moussa Diaby weren't just statements of ambition, but also clever moves that strengthened the squad without disrupting its harmony. The focus was clear. No superstar egos, just high-quality professionals committed to the collective goal. Moreover, Villa have improved their player development pathways, integrating talents like Jacob Ramsey and Cameron Archer into the first-team setup. European nights return. One of the clearest signs of Aston Villa's revival has been their return to European competition. Under Emery, Villa qualified for the UEFA Europa Conference League, their first continental adventure in over a decade. European football not only boosts Villa's profile but also attracts better players, increases revenue, and reinforces the belief that this is a club moving forward. Villa's performances in Europe have been impressive, with Emery's expertise in continental competitions shining through. Fans are once again dreaming of Villa Park hosting famous European nights against some of the continent's best. Financial stability and growth. Unlike some clubs that have gambled recklessly, Villa's rise has been built on sustainable financial management. NSWE's backing ensured the club was never short on funds, but purchases were made smartly, and with an eye on financial fair play (FFP) regulations. Commercially, the club has expanded its global reach, signing lucrative sponsorship deals and growing its fan base worldwide. Villa have invested in their academy, training facilities at Bodymore Heath, and even plans to upgrade Villa Park to increase capacity and modernize the stadium. The club reconnected with its fans. Perhaps one of the most beautiful aspects of Villa's resurgence is how the club has reconnected with its fans. Villa Park is regularly sold out, the Hull to End is once again a cauldron of noise, and there is a tangible sense of pride among supporters. The relationship between the players and fans feels genuine. Villa's players frequently acknowledge the supporters after games, and the club's social media engagement, community initiatives, and matchday experiences have all improved dramatically. For a club like Aston Villa, identity matters, and they are rediscovering theirs. Challenges ahead. Of course, the road ahead is not without challenges. The Premier League is more competitive than ever. Clubs like Newcastle United, Tottenham Hotspur, and Manchester United are also rebuilding and vying for the same top 4 spots. Sustaining European campaigns alongside a tough domestic season will test the squad's depth. Injuries, tactical adaptability, and maintaining motivation will be key factors. Additionally, Villa must ensure that success doesn't lead to complacency. Strategic recruitment, careful financial planning, and continued player development must remain core priorities. Unai Emery's vision for the future. Emery has made no secret of his ambition. He wants Aston Villa not just to compete, but to win. He has spoken about building a team capable of regularly qualifying for the Champions League and challenging for trophies. Villa's project is built with a 5-year vision: consolidate themselves as a top 6 Premier League team, win a domestic cup, FA Cup, or League Cup, progress deep into European competitions, continue developing homegrown talents to balance squad depth and financial health, expand Villa Park to 50,000 seat capacity, creating a modern football fortress. If early signs are anything to go by, Aston Villa are well ahead of schedule. Aston Villa's rise isn't an accident. It's the result of visionary ownership, smart management, brilliant coaching, and a passionate fan base that refuse to give up on their club. In Unai Emery, they have a leader who knows how to win. In Sawiris and Edens, they have owners who combine ambition with wisdom. In Villa Park, they have a cathedral of football ready to roar the team to new heights. Aston Villa's story is far from complete, but the message is clear. The sleeping giant has awakened, and it's here to stay. For those who doubted Aston Villa's potential to return to the summit of English and European football, it's time to think again. This is not just a rise, it's a revolution, and it's only just beginning. So that's it for today. If you like this video, then please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching.